Yo, what's good everyone? It's Jello here. Welcome to the first section, mark structure. I'm not going to do any cuts in this video. I'm just going to do it all in one go. So if I mess up, don't mind me. It's still going to be a pretty long video. I'm going to try to keep most of these videos in this course about like 15 to 30 minutes. So I mean, if we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, about 14 to 15 sections, you know how long that would be. I'm trying to make this course as good as I can for you guys. I'm trying to teach you guys as much as I know because I want all of you to be profitable. It took me 2 years to get to where I am. It took me multiple blown accounts. It took me days after after months, weeks, everything of just sitting in my room, studying, backtesting. It's not easy, but if you get the right knowledge from someone that you can trust, and I mean, you guys bought my course, so I'm assuming that you guys can trust me, you guys like my strategy, you guys want to learn how I can do it, because not a lot of people can trade on the 1 minute, 5 minute, especially indices, but I took the 2 years out of my time to really get to know how to do this shit. So let's get right into it. We're gonna do in this video, well, as horrible, I'm just going to type it out, market structure. We're going to do beginner structure because, I don't want you guys to be confused with anything in this course because you spent the money on it, so why would you need to be confused? Market structure, beginner market structure, and advanced market structure. So let's get right into it. Just like my YouTube video, if you guys watch it, there's 3 ways the market can move. It can move in an uptrend, it can move in a downtrend, right? And then price can also just consolidate, which means it's literally just moving to the side. It's not doing anything. It's not hitting any levels we need. Uptrend, price is moving up, it's bullish. Downtrend, price is moving down, it's bearish. So now what you want to look at with structure is the lows and then the highs. That's literally it. So let's mark up all of this. So for beginners, if you don't know what this is, we're going to do HH equals a higher high, which basically just means price, this high is higher than the last high. Pretty simple, straightforward. If you don't understand this, and I don't know, go watch my YouTube video, you should. High is literally, it's a high, low, high, because it broke this last high, so it's a higher high, right? And it keeps breaking the last high, so it's making new highs. If price were to break it, lower high. We'll go over that next. So higher high is HH. HL equals higher low. Okay, put this there, make a little line here. Perfect. Kind of organize this for you guys so you can understand. Make sure you're taking notes, make sure you're really soaking this information. If you do want more information, knowledge, one-on-one kind of stuff, you join the VIP group. It's $50 a month. This is just the one-time fee. You guys have this for life. You guys can study this as many times as you need to. Anyways, right here is our uptrend. So this is basic market structure. Do higher high. So HH on all these because they're higher highs. And then we will also have HL, higher low. So it's higher than the last low. This is higher than the last low that we just marked. This low is higher than the last low that we just marked. And this low is higher than the last low we just marked. So let's delete these circles so I can kind of mark this up better for you guys. Sorry if I sound kind of weird. I think I'm a little sick. I have no idea. So for highs, boom. This high right here got broke. break of structure. Break of structure is BOS. BOS, okay? So that was our first break. What's this? A new higher high. Look what happens. This high got broke with this high, so this is now a higher high. Once again, this high got broke from this. This is the new higher high. Simple, easy. Now, for the lows. This low, let's just say, you know, it was higher than the last low. Say the last low was down here, and do something like that. This is the new higher low right here, because it's higher than the last one. It didn't break this. So, once again, we'll just mark these as the lows. So if price breaks this level, this level, this level, it's no longer a higher low. So, higher low, this low printed above this low, it's a higher low. This low printed above this low, it's a higher low. This low printed higher than this low, it's a higher low. And this low printed higher than this low, making this the new higher low. So that's basically from the uptrend. It's pretty simple. You know, this is just for beginners. It's not, you know, any in-depth detail of market structure. Now if we want to go do this quickly onto, boom, look at this right here. So what do we have? We've got our channel, which got broke, but we're not going to worry about that. So we'll just do this. Okay, so what do we see? This is a low, correct? This is a higher low. We could say this is the higher low. Higher low. Higher low. I got the hiccups. I just had food back from the gym. Now, look what happens. This new higher low got broke. Break structure. Delete this. So all these circles right here are higher lows, correct? So this is a high, higher high, higher high, higher high, because it's breaking all the last highs. So these circles are higher highs. Price breaks the low. What does that mean? We're shifting direction. We're no longer in an uptrend. So you can see price taps into this order block up here, the supply zone, and tanks. Why? Because price broke this last higher low. Price came up, made a higher high, breaking this high, and now it broke the low, which means this right here is the new lower low. And now we've got pretty much all this up here is the new lower high, because it didn't break this high up here. So this was the highest point, the higher high. Comes down, price breaks this low, making lower low. Price comes up to make, wow, that was horrible, I'm so sorry, a lower high. So yeah, that's the shifted direction. We're gonna go over that in another we're gonna go over this in this section, but just not this video. So that's change of character. We'll go over that probably next video in this section, because I mean market structure is simple. It's just structure and then the change of structure, change of character. Anyways, back to the point. We had all of our higher highs up here, and then our higher lows. Like we said, if you want to make it easier, you could literally just make channels like this to see where the market's going. It's very good. We'll go over that also in another section, that pattern, because 9 out of 10 times it plays out. So that's basically the higher highs. So if you want, and sorry, higher highs and higher lows, uptrend, market structure. Now we're going to be going into bear structure, which is a downtrend. So as you can see, just like this example over here, we'll go over this first before we get into the live example. I don't know what's going on in my chart. I really don't. Anyways, we're going to move this over so we can really get into it. Alright, it's not letting us. Anyways, low, lower low, lower low. Why are these lower lows? Well, this low broke the low from up here. You know, we'll just say price is something like this. So it broke this low, made a lower low. Price came up, down, made a new lower low because it broke this low. Price came up, price came down, breaking this low, making newer lower low. Now for the highs, simply lower highs. The last high was up here. Price came down, making the lower low. Price comes up, doesn't break the last high. It's now a lower high. Price comes down, makes the lower low. Price comes back up to make what? Another lower high, because it didn't break this high. Same thing. Price makes a lower low. Price now makes a lower high because it did not break this last lower high. I'll mark this up for all of them so I don't confuse you guys. Price comes down, makes a lower low, comes back up to make a lower high. Once again, not breaking this high with this line right here. This is a downtrend mark structure. Lower lows and lower highs. Uptrend, higher lows, higher highs, because the highs are getting broke and the lows aren't. Downtrend, lows are getting broke, highs aren't. Simple. Now for consolidation, literally it's just price isn't doing anything. It's not making lower lows, it's not making higher highs. None of this is getting broke. Now what do you want to wait for in a consolidation phase? You want to wait for a breakout, you know, to either the upside or the downside. So if you want to trade off this, price could come down to come up off this last low, or you could take out all of this, do something like this, break that, and then go to the downside. We're not going to talk about that right now though, because this is beginner structure. So yeah, this is consolidation. None of these highs are getting broke, and none of these lows are getting broke. So price is just staying in the same spot basically. Now for the downtrend structure, we're going to go on an actual example on the live market. This was literally today, this morning, I think during London. So we had our last higher low and our last higher high. So mark this as our higher high. This bad boy right here. And this bad boy right here was our last higher low. Mark this up, higher low. So what happened? We see price has now come up, break this high, made a new higher high. Price immediately came down to break this low. This low right here, making a new, say it, lower low. Lower low, not lower lower. Boom, new lower low printed, because low is lower than this. It broke the last lower low, higher low, so now it's a lower low. Get it? It's not an uptrend, it's now in a downtrend. So if price is not higher than this low, it's going to be lower. It's simple. Price didn't come up to break this high right here. We'll make this a line just to see, because we want to see if it would break. It didn't, nowhere close. So now this we will count as our higher high. Our lower high. Just got back from the gym, so my mind's kind of combobulated. Lower high right here. So we'll mark this as LH. This is a lower high with the lower low. So now, just continue with the last one. This lower low did indeed get broke. So this is literally our next lower low. Price comes up. Right here, this little wick, making this our new lower high, because it didn't break this high. These candles right here. Price broke this low right here, making this a lower low. Price didn't break this high, making this a lower high. Now price comes down. What is this? Our new lower low. What is this? Our new lower low. What is this? Our new lower low. Same thing for the highs. What is this? Our new lower high. And our new lower high. Mark all this up. LH for lower high. LH for lower high. Lower low. Lower low. New lower low, because price is continuously breaking these lows, right? Price broke here. Price broke this low right here. Price broke this low right here. Now this being the new lower low right here. Price did indeed break this one. So now this is our new lower low. That's simply it. Once again, like I said, you can make a channel just to make it easier for you if you need to. That's a downtrend. Simple, easy. So we went from an uptrend right into a downtrend. And you easily could have caught this. You easily could have caught this. How? Simple. You see your level right here. Boom. Price broke this low. Price made a new lower low. It has to make a new lower high. Price comes back into our point of interest, our supply zone, comes down and takes a dump. It's easy. Once you guys understand it, once you guys really take in this knowledge, you're gonna be like, damn, like, this is crazy. So now, literally for the consolidation, we're gonna look, find something. Okay, simple as this. Go on a lower time frame, make it a little easier. So let's not worry about this. So this right here is consolidation. Price really isn't moving anywhere. You know, you could see lower lows, lower highs, but in reality, on a higher time frame, like, it's consolidation. You know, price isn't doing shit. So it's not making lower lows, and it's not making lower highs, it's not making higher highs, it's not making higher lows. So you just wait for a breakout, boom, you got your breakout. Price could have tapped into this point right here, and it could have taken off. Who knows, you know, it's all probability. It could have came up here to tap into this drop, but it's really consolidation. As you can see, it barely took out our level and took off, but we're not worried about it right now. What we're worried about is consolidation. Boom, consolidation right here. It's simple. Price doesn't move anywhere. Price doesn't make higher highs. Price doesn't make higher lows. Personally, I don't trade consolidation at all. I stay away from it. That's why I really never post anything about consolidation, because it's pointless. And I mean, if you're in like New York session trading NAS, you're really not going to have much consolidation at all, unless it's like a news day or like a bank holiday. I meant definitely not a news day, because that's when price goes crazy. But yeah, if it's a bank holiday, it's really the only time you're going to have major consolidation with NASDAQ or indices as a whole. So that is our basic market structure. Now, if we want to go over advanced, I know this is a mess. I'm sorry. We'll go over advanced market structure. To the people that already know what higher highs and higher lows are, some of you might, some of you might not. So that's why we had to go over that really quick. So now advanced market structure. Why isn't this deleting? Boom. So here, just if you guys screenshot this or whatever, I don't know why it looks like this, but if you guys screenshot it, go back, do whatever. Here you go. Alright, good. Let's move on. Let me just do this really quick for you guys. Lower high equals LH equals lower high. LL equals lower low. Boom. Okay, we got that. Now for advanced market structure. Let's get our brush tool out. Price can be on an... Why is it doing this? Oh, so whack. Price isn't on uptrend, right? And then sometimes you can see price come down, and you're like, yo, like, huh, what's going on? Let me show you, okay? So yeah, we've got our uptrend, but the thing is, with advanced market structure, once you really get to understand it, you will realize that this right here is literally retail or just dumb money buying off this level and buying off this level of demand. Okay, let me give you a better example. So they'd be buying off this demand, they'd be like, oh, okay, cool. And then they'd buy off this demand, thinking it's a continuation, but guess what, it's not. Price comes up, they're like, I'm gonna get into it. Enter their buys with no confirmation, get taken the fuck out. Excuse my language, but it's just simply the truth. Why? Because they don't realize that that's liquidity. You want to target the lowest level you can, and that's why we go over fibs, we go over all of our confluences. You're going to learn all that in this course. Right now it's just market structure. So why do we see this? Because we see this not as structure, we see this as liquidity. Yes, it's making new highs, but these lows are not high probability. So if you were to enter this demand, you could win, but continuations don't last forever. You're going to get a break and you're going to lose. So the people that really know how structure works, they're going to see this kind of like a double bottom. They're going to say, okay, we're going to target this low down here. Say price was like this. I don't know why it's moving like this. Just anyways, yeah, that's simply that. It's really easy to understand. Let me just show you guys a good example. The first show you guys, because I feel like some of you will get confused, especially if you don't really know advanced market structure. I'm sweating, so I'm gonna turn my fan on. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the audio, but let's go on to today. Okay, so I had this buy marked up. I took the sell. I didn't take the buy because I literally got out of my sell and started buying right away within my TP. So I came to the market today around here. I started trading at 9:30. I started really looking at the charts at 9:30 because I like to sleep in. New York Stock Exchange really opens up at 9:30, so there's no point to trade before it. Setups do occur before it from like 8 till 9, but me personally, I'm not a morning person. The earliest I'm waking up is 9. I don't care what I have to do. I'm waking up at 9. So what do we see? Okay. This right here is all an uptrend. So we're making higher highs, higher lows. It's really not that good of an uptrend or an example, but we've got a higher low, higher low, higher low, and then you got a higher high, higher high. We'll count this as our higher high, higher high, higher high, right? Okay. Whoa, what happened here? Price is making higher lows, but what happened? Price made a lower low. Why? Because the last low was right here and it broke it. Break structure. So now this is our lower low because it was lower than the last low, correct? Okay, so why is he saying this? You really got to read the market. It's not just structure, it's many other confluences. Right off the bat, I knew that this was going to buy from this area because price had to come back here. Price wasn't just going to take off from here. Why? Because there's this, which will go over in another section. I have that on my YouTube, imbalance. Anyways, back to structure. Price right here, there's no clean structure whatsoever. You know, you've got a downtrend right here, but it got broke because this is all liquidity. So the sell that I took was right here. Perfect, alright? It's perfect sell. It's so clean. Sold down to my demand zone. And what happened? Price bought up. Price hit the TP yet again. Why am I showing you guys this? Because the market isn't always going to give you a clean structure. It's not always going to be in your favor. The market is supposed to be against you. You know, they want to make their money off you. They're not trying to have you make money. So what do? They see new traders. They're like, it's an uptrend. Let's take out the liquidity. Let's fake them out. Let's make a new high, right? Higher high, higher high. So price is still making higher highs. It's still in an uptrend. People don't realize that. It's still in an uptrend. What does price do? Let's go back to our sells first. Let me just delete this. Delete this. So I'm looking at sells. Let me show you. So like I said again, I'm sorry it's kind of like slow paced, but I'm not trying to cut this. I'm trying to have this raw for you guys, just so you can kind of see like my mindset, but like behind everything I'm teaching you guys, how I clearly see the market. So I saw this. Price created this tiny little uptrend, right? And then it broke it. We're on the 1 minute. Okay. Doesn't mean anything. There's a gap down here. Price needs to come back down to tap into this this lower low. It needs to test this lower low. And it will either break this lower low to make a new low, or it will test this lower low make a higher low, and then continue in the uptrend. So we're literally looking at this sell right here, looking to target this demand zone from the supply. Price is making higher highs, higher high, higher high, low, higher low, higher low, right? This low right here, the last higher low, got broke. So we're pretty much trading minor structure inside the major structure, because price on the major structure, it still formed this higher high right here. So the last higher high. Boom, right there. This is the last higher high. Price broke this higher low. It made what? A new lower low right here. New lower low right here. We want price to come back to tap into this area to retest this higher high. If it breaks this, it's making a new higher high. But the thing is, price needed to come back down to this demand zone because it needed to retest this lower low. Because it just made a high, now it's got to make a low. What do I see? I see a lot of stuff. I see a lot of stuff. So what we have for confluence with this trade, which was literally a couple hours ago, IPA, which is imbalance, we'll go over that in another section. Gap in the market. Price printed the supply zone with the higher high right above it. So okay, cool. It printed an imbalance, gap in the market. And we also had this. Is this a higher high? No. This is literally consolidation. Just like I said before, we're in consolidation. Price takes out these people buying from this point. Okay. Price takes out these people selling from this point. Price then taps into our supply zone where we wanted to sell from. Testing what? This last higher high with the supply zone, filling the gap, the imbalance just in the supply zone, taking out this liquidity and also taking out this liquidity. So this was the buy side because people were selling all in here, all in here, all going down, okay? And this liquidity right here was sell side because people were buying from here, and then they got took out. Banks took out their orders, smart money took out their orders. Price taps into our supply zone, retests the last higher high up here, taking out the liquidity, and look what happens. Price then, which is, I mean this right here, price gave us an 11.5 R. So say you risk $100, you're making $1,100 within 3 minutes. 3 minutes. And this goes to show why I trade the lower time frame. I'm impatient. Everyone trades a higher time frame. You don't need to do that. There's setups on the lower time frame that are literally exactly like the higher time frame. It just happens way quicker. It's simple. Can you get caught up more? Yes, but you can get caught up in the higher time frame too. You just need to know what to look at, which I'm going to teach you guys all of it in this course. Like I was saying, price came down and now tested this what? Lower low. So price came down to test this lower low. Has a has a horrible arrow, but that doesn't matter. We're not really worried about that. This was the lower low, right? The major lower low. This was the major higher high. Price didn't make a higher high. It tested the last higher high, tanked. TP hit. Price tested this last lower low, the major lower low. Taps into the demand zone, fills in all the gaps in here that banks needed to collect all their orders. And then price took out the higher high. It's simple. If you know how to look at the market, it gets easy. It gets really, really easy. You know, it's, if you really focus on market structure and you mark up every high, every low, it's going to get easier for you. I did that for a couple months and I really hammered down on my market structure, because I'm going to be honest with you guys, that's all you need. If you have correct views on the market structure, if you know your correct views of point of interest, if you know where the market has to go, you're going to be set. As long as you have confluences with your market structure and your supply and demand, you're going to be golden. As long as you know risk management, if you have a good trading plan, which yet again we're going to cover that in this course. It's going to be in the last section probably. So don't skip forward, don't watch that. Watch it step by step, because I'm going from basic to intermediate to advanced. Okay? So that was beginner structure. This is advanced. So once again, price was in an uptrend, but this is all retail bullshit. Okay? Our only view we could have had was this demand right here. It didn't get tapped. So price was making higher highs, higher lows. Price took out all these orders up here that were buying from here, that were buying from here, that were buying from here, because this is all retail trading. Let me show you guys. Trading support and resistance continuously, even on the 1 minute, excuse me. Price comes up, takes out the highs. Price comes down, takes out the lows. Now if we look at the higher time frame, it's still on an uptrend, are we not? From this point right here, I'm gonna delete all of this. If you guys need, go back, just go back in the video. That's why I'm making this. Look at the higher time frame, the 5 minute. We're still on an uptrend. We're still going up. So there's no reason for us to really look for major sells, because price made a high and price made a higher low. So you go down on the time frames and you can see, okay, this is just either news or liquidity. I think it was news. I wasn't up. I didn't look at news because I just had no need to. There was enough news this week and last week. I'm like, fuck it. If there's a setup, I'm trading it. And guess what? There was. Simply because I looked at market structure and I know how to trade market structure. Some people could have sold from up here. Let me mark this up. Some people could have sold from up here. But the thing is, on a higher time frame, like the 5 minute, this is just a wick. This is liquidity. So if you're trading this, you're going to get taken out. Just like this. So then we see the new higher high print. Higher high. We'll say lower low, but overall this is a higher low on the higher time frame. We had our minor channel along with our supply zone. Price has a little bit of a consolidation phase, taking out the lows, and now taking out the highs, tapping into the supply zone right here, just like this, to continue down to our demand zone. the last major low, because this is all just minor structure. We put that to our convenience. We trade it to our advantage. I guess I could say that. It's more, I don't know. I really know good language. Anyways, I'm kind of slow, straight up. So if I can explain this to you guys, and if you can understand it, anyone can understand it. Simply, straightforward. If I know what to do, there's no reason you guys shouldn't know what to do. It took me a while, but that's why I'm teaching you guys this. Kind of help you guys, make you exceed a little quicker. Because anyone can be profitable as long as you do the right shit, as long as you have the right trading plan, and as long as you really know how to trade market structure, along with the way that you trade, which is supply and demand. You're set. You're golden. Major high, major low. You can consider this a lower low if you want, but at the same time, price had to retest this lower low. Price retested this higher high, making a new higher high. So now this is our new major high right here. Price formed the supply zone with the gap in the middle of it, with a little bit of consolidation, leaving some liquidity. Price took out the low. Price took out the high of this liquidity, this consolidation phase. Price retested the major high with our supply zone, comes down, hits our TP, goes into our next point of interest. Price taps into our demand zone, retesting our last major low, lower low on the higher time frame, higher low. And what does price do? Comes up to take out this high. Boom. Simple as that. Price makes a new high and it continues up on the uptrend. Simple, easy. This is market structure. I hope you guys enjoyed. And next video we're going to be doing change of character, Chach. Really effective, really useful. It's literally in this play right here. If you don't see it, go to the next video. Take notes. Backtest like a motherfucker. Please, I'm telling you. If you don't practice this, you're not going to learn anything. Just because you watch videos, just because you bought the course, it won't help you. As long as you put it to your own ability, as long as you practice it, and as long as you trade the way you want to trade and learn how to trade it in your own way, you're chilling. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.